You want to talk to me about something?
I do.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, I had this thought at work just now.
Okay.
How about this? Smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. You've heard that one before?
I know Shai has said that a bunch.
Really?
Yeah.
That's in this book.
I know that.
Flip to it. Smooth seas don't make skillful sailors.
Yeah.
You don't learn shit.
That's like one of my mantras.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm grateful for the shit that went wrong.
Man, what's the point if it's not just a challenge, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're not learning. You're not growing.
What's one thing that's just come easy, you know? That you're like...
If it does, you haven't grown. Do you want to throw that door back or no?
Oh, true.
Get the shot. Studio can't change.
This is behind the scenes, dude. People think this is an actual board. Like it's a wall,
The
dude.
wood wall.
Look at that.
Yeah. Now we're in the studio.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah. Dude, careful. Did you forget?
Realist Podcast. Welcome back. Welcome home. You Are Here Podcast, episode 171. We love you. We missed you. We're back. We're back. Check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/You Are Here Podcast. We really haven't been updating that. But you know what? It's just a way, really, just to get some sort of, you know, if you want to help us out, if you like what we do, it means something to you, and you want to buy us a coffee, throw us a coffee. That's the best way to do it. We're also streaming on Twitch. Today we're doing it on a Tuesday, but we normally do it on Monday nights around 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're playing Resident Evil Village. We're trying to finish it. It's a scary game. We try to get spooky, and it's definitely doing the job. Hey, we're back, Dave.
We're back.
What are you doing over there?
I'm flipping through.
What are you doing over there reading all cute? What?
Reading all cute?
Huh?
You think I'm cute?
Huh?
Thanks, man. Hey, thanks, dude. I
Read
haven't
some.
felt cute in a while.
Yeah?
Thank you.
I got you, bro.
Got me a little excited, man. It's nice to feel cute.
Yeah. What happens when a girl tells you that?
Dude, Lena took a picture of me with tulips. She's like, it's such a juxtaposition to see a big grown man with a giant beard and a pot of tulips.
Yeah.
That's kind of my thing.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
It's kind of my thing.
Dude,
Your boy's soft.
me too.
Hard exterior,
I am
soft
too.
on the inside.
Well, you're kind of hardening with the boxing, I think.
I mean, like I have definitely hardened from that.
You've got multiple layers,
Yeah.
you could say.
Your boy's fluid. Don't lie. Your boy's fluid, man. You know.
Hey.
In some ways, in other ways, more solid.
Hey, I wanted to do a quick shout out for the podcast right
Let's
now.
do it.
I want to do a quick little shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Anytown Actors Lab.
Oh.
This is what I want to do. Our boy Adam Louder, shout out.
Yes.
Set up a new Instagram for the lab. And I wanted to get your kind of opinion on this question he poses.
Yeah.
You know, and also just shout him out because I love him. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because I love him.
We love him.
And that's just how it is.
Yes, sir. Hey. If you're watching the pod right now on YouTube, like and subscribe. It helps us out a ton. Thank you for everyone who's been rolling with us so far. I was telling Mikey right before we started, dude, we don't have millions, but we got strong few.
Yeah.
And I love you guys, man. We love you guys. We see you all and we appreciate
We
you.
have like a fleet right now.
Dude, we got a little squad and
We got a little fleet.
but like a loyal squad.
Yeah.
You know?
And
People that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
And I love y'all, man. It's a very eclectic group. Different kinds of people, different, but
Yeah.
all real. And I love you guys.
Hell yeah.
Anytown Actors Lab, man. Look at this handsome devil here. Started our Instagram page. Just had a brain malfunction. Started our Instagram page, Anytown Actors Lab. You could follow. We're posting all kinds of tips, acting tips, things that we've learned over the decade of training that we've acquired from the place that we went to last, Playhouse West. And Adam's at the helm of this thing right now, man. He's crushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So you wanted to play?
Yeah, I wanted to play this one.
Okay.
This one he just posted.
Yeah.
Do you watch movies and TV, and do you ever think to yourself, acting is not as good as it used to be. I feel like there's not as much of a priority on acting training as there used to be, and that the standard for great acting is getting lower and lower each year. Hi, everyone. My name is Adam Louder. This is Anytown Actors Lab. Thank you so much for...
Yeah, that's our guy.
Yeah, if you want to go check it out, on Instagram.com/AnytownActorsLab and the website, AnytownActorsLab.com.
You're getting crazy tips and inside tips, but there's all kinds of things that are going to come. We have the online training.
Yeah.
If you're anywhere outside of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, right now you can do online one-on-one training with me or Adam. We will be doing personal lessons, and that's weekly. But also, if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you can attend Adam's personal class, which is definitely recommended if you're in the area. I would do it if I was there. That's the kind of training you want. I promise you. But the question.
Yes, dude. Because your boy, you're an actor. Right? Mm-hmm. You've been around. You've seen things that come out, obviously.
Yeah.
I have to kind of agree with Adam in a way.
That way? Yeah.
I feel like I think I really realized it when I watched something like It's a Wonderful Life. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like just I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just has to do with the time.
Yeah.
Like the different generations and stuff. But dude, there's such a I get a completely different feeling from movies, back in the day, like from a certain era. I feel like each couple years has almost a feeling, I feel like it doesn't. I feel like now more recent things are really kind of just blending together. There's no definitive, wave or I don't know. What do you think about that?
I think, I mean each decade has its own way of telling stories, and it kind of changes. And we're in this age now where it's like these Netflix driven shows and movies that are produced really highly and quickly, to get on the platform, to you drop a full season and then release it and then binge it. And the content, like how many good shows have you seen that are narrative fiction? There's Breaking Bad was a big one, right? That ran for a while, and after that, what's going on now? What's a great TV show? People say Ozark on Netflix is a good show, and I watch it, but
is that Ozark old?
A little bit, a couple of years. They're still releasing it. But I don't know, the quality of acting specifically, I think is on life support.
Really,
I think it's back when American drama, American acting became revolutionized was from Stella Adler and Sanford Meisner and Lee Strasberg. In that era, they learned from the Moscow Art Theater, Stanislavski, and he revolutionized acting. That was in the 20s and 30s and 40s in New York City. So it was birthed here, and it became this American dramatic, Marlon Brando. His performances in Streetcar Named Desire, when the movie came out, when the play came out, people were like, what the hell is this? Because it's this hyper realism. It's super meaningful, deeply human, incredibly impulsive acting. But it's, he's still doing all the lines. He's still hitting all the, he's telling the story, but it's not this, I'm sad. It used to be this melodrama. That was acting. Acting before that was this, I'll show you how I feel. And I'll put on this grand performance about how sad I am, and I'll show you my feelings. So you can, the audience was believed to be we have to spell it out for them so they understand what we're telling them. And actors would do that because they didn't know better. And then with this new way of telling story through the Moscow Art Theater, and then revolutionized by Stella Adler and Meisner and Lee Strasberg, and the students like Brando putting it to use in the mainstream, it became, everyone wants to be this hyper realistic actor, because when you see it, it's incredibly meaningful to the viewer.
Yes.
Because the more they found out, the more you share, the more impulsive and instinctual of an artist you are, and the more you fill yourself with meaning, and not emotion, but meaning. Emotion comes through doing, with meaning. So if you're impulsive and you're doing a thing for real that means something to you with another person or whatever, you're going to have this deep experience, and then because of that, the result is connection to the audience, because they're watching a real human. Like if you watch someone, a little girl, drop her ice cream in the street and start crying, you'd be like, damn, that meant a lot to her, that freaking ice cream.
Yes.
If you told a little girl, here, I'm going to give you an ice cream, it's fake, it's a prop, it's going to drop, we're going to let it drop on 3, and then I want you to cry. That's a melodramatic performance. It's not real.
Now, do you think that maybe now, I think maybe instead of it being a decline, it might be like reverting back to that, because that's what like back to that, like you know, the way of like just acting it out, being all right, act sad, do it, you know, because you're, you know what I mean, whatever. Like, because I try to think of like obviously when like Meisner, Adler, and all the schools and stuff. What years was that again?
Oh, that was like 20s, 30s, 40s,
yes. So
50s, and then till today.
I feel like
the schools.
I feel like most people that learn acting
Yeah.
kind of learn from those teachings still, right?
They changed American drama for sure. That's like the main schools of like schools of thought.
Now I'm trying to think, is like, well, what about now in 100 years? What's going to be
I don't know, man.
the thing?
I think a version
is that something
of
that like
I don't
does
think
it
you can
evolve
go
from
back.
here?
Yeah, I think it can, but you can't go back. You go back, like we already know. We're already exposed to real stuff. So like, I don't know. You know when I don't know, bro. Like go watch. You know, you go watch an old movie where the actor, it was Marlon Brando, and then across them was like the Blanche Dubois character in Streetcar, and you're like, oh, this is two totally different like ways of acting.
Yeah.
And I believe one very much, and I'm like, it's a magnet when I'm watching. And the other one is like, oh, why are you doing that? It's like silly. It's like the most fun. If I was living back then, I'd be like, this other guy might be a little silly, but probably not. Probably I'd be like, I'm moved just as much as I am now. But it comes down to service, dude. Acting is a service, just like any other job. And you know, in order to serve an audience best, my belief is, and I can't really be told different because I could see it so clearly, the more honest and meaningful and personal and impulsive and instinctual a performance, without trying to fluff it, without trying to show you anything. It's like playing, it's like being in your own secret place with an entire, it's like being in your bedroom, but there's 50 or 500 people in the auditorium or something, in the theater. That's like intimate. That is personal. That is life happening in front of you. It's not a play. It's a play, but it's not a fake performance.
Yeah.
It's not a fake show. People are paying, I believe, or want to be, because they want to see something real go down. They want to see a person be really vulnerable, really honest, and really share their humanity. Something that's meaningful, something that is solely theirs, that they can't get anywhere else, because when they're home alone, they do those things, or they think these thoughts, or they feel that way.
Yeah.
So if you're like, oh, I'm sad, and trying to force a cry, it's like, why did I pay you?
Yeah.
What's the service?
Yeah.
You know, to me, that's what I believe. That's what Adam believes. I don't want to speak for him.
Yeah.
Ask him.
We got to ask him next time.
That's what Anytown Actors Lab is based in, is hyper realistic, living truthfully under imaginary circumstances is the definition of acting that Meisner came up with. And that's what we believe. We believe the realest performances, the most honest and truthful performances that you can get, are the most meaningful through doing a real thing that means something to you. Not, setting up a way of speaking that you do 20 takes of and it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Right now, in this moment, we don't know what's next. This is a conversation, it's a podcast, we don't know. So this is very much like, there's no script.
Yeah.
But this is life. right?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're going to say right. You could just like haul off and hit me right now. And that'd be a new moment.
Yeah.
So we're just constantly living in the moment, which is if you have a flow of words underneath that we both know, and we're still continuing to talk this way, right? I'm looking at you, you're nodding, we're together, but there's words. That's a scene.
Yeah.
So that's the basis of this acting. It's based in doing. It's based in the reality of doing, not in thinking. Impulsiveness comes from doing, comes from taking in and doing, not thinking. So follow Anytown Actors.
Yeah, I mean,
tips.
if y'all, that's the advertisement, all right?
I mean, come on. What, you want to learn from me? You want to learn from the GOAT? You can, man.
Now, I was thinking about, I just want to play devil's advocate because I'm like, now what about things that aren't, or fiction, are not based in reality, and things that you can't really, or maybe it's just hard to replicate that feeling because it's something that like a science fiction thing or something, something like that. It's like how come? What if someone just wants to watch something to escape or something like that?
You can. There's much of that.
Yeah.
You can go escape wherever you want. You go watch Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Right?
But then I was like thinking of that in my head and I was like, wait, but then like when we were at the last film festival we were at, that short film we watched with like the LARPing stuff.
Oh, shut.
I was like that was completely, you know what I mean? Like
that's,
it's funny. It's based in, these all these kids. It's like
very childlike.
Yeah. But it's like it still hits on like a real,
very personal
thing.
Very real.
You know what I mean? It's still important.
Yes.
Even in all, I think, aspects.
Yeah.
Or all genres, all everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it was acted very well by the leads of that. Even supporting cast was really cool and fun. And they were children, so it was like they got to be children.
Yeah.
And children do play and have fun and joke and show off a little bit, and that would totally work for them. But the personal connection between the mother and the daughter, I think, was real special. I think we're gonna have the director on maybe next week.
Dude, I'm
speaking to him.
I've been honestly, no shade to anything, that's the only film I've been thinking about.
Dude, how good is it?
Like for the past 5 months.
I can't say enough about it. Dude, so they got into the same festival we got into.
Oh, really?
In Texas. They're in the lineup.
Are they near there or no?
No.
Man, I would love to meet them.
The Hill Country.
Well, we're gonna
shout out Hill Country Film Festival.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah, they're there too. I'm trying.
When
to
is that?
there.
When is the Hill Country one?
June, I think.
June
3rd to 5th or something like that.
It might be my trip for the month.
Hey, we'll see.
Well, yeah,
we'll see. But I think it's not my cup of tea. The escapism stuff. I'd rather watch like reality TV or something like that. Yeah. But is there room for it? Of course. I'm saying, and I think Adam's alluding to, the ratio of really well acted pieces to escapism theater or film is like insane. It's overwhelming. Like, name an actor, just any, and I'll tell you what I think. And this isn't, I'm not trying to rip apart anybody. I'll just give my honest opinion.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah, I like Queen's Gambit. That was a fun show. Yeah. Well-written show. Yeah, okay. Solid. Some moments I thought she did great on that show. Decent, well.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah. 10, 15 movies, like crushing it. But like, can he act? He can stand there and say, La Familia. La Familia. And he gets paid.
Family.
Crazy. He cracked some kind of code with the gimmick with the cars and the family stuff and everything. And it worked. And that's Hollywood. That works. Is it good acting?
Yeah.
You kind of know what you're watching. It's like cereal. It's like oh, this is my Fruity Loops. Like, these are my Fruity Pebbles, dude. This is my Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Like, I know what I'm getting when I watch Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for a deep connection, or I'm not looking for him to have any vulnerable moments.
True. True.
I mean, you put him in Hamlet, he's fucked. He is. He is, man. I mean, he is. He is. And that's the note of a good actor. Like, can you do not everything, but things that are written really well that require some kind of emotional range.
Dude, but I'm not gonna lie. I really want to see Vin Diesel Hamlet.
Yeah, good luck, dude. Good luck.
That sounds so sick.
I don't think he can analyze a script, and he's been in the industry for 30 years.
You're probably right.
You know.
Yeah.
It's just craft. It's different.
Yeah.
It's not. You can be anyone can become famous.
Yeah.
They can plug in any. The Rock can play any Hollywood movie right now.
Dude, I wonder if you could just like if you asked like Vin Diesel, like, what do you think about acting, man?
Yeah.
I wonder what he would say.
I would love to know.
You know?
To be honest, and can I be real with you? I'm gonna be so real with you, and I won't name one name, and I can't. Through us creating this movie from pre-production. Every single person I've talked to that's either been in Hollywood, is a part of Hollywood, in mass, like producing multi-million-dollar films that go to big platforms and stuff like that. Every single meeting I've had with actors, producers, filmmakers, like of all kinds, all of them say they don't like Hollywood. You shouldn't make a film. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Every single one. Why?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? I'm asking you. Why do you think someone who's working in an industry where they make money and they have to go back to the well and create to go make money again in this industry, why don't they like doing it? Why are they telling me not to?
Yeah, because if there's another opportunity, that's competition, right?
You think less competition?
And it's
like
probably
if they kick one out, like it's like, oh, we're better off.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Maybe not.
Because like I'm just one fish.
Yeah,
like there's so many fish in Hollywood. You're doing your thing. I don't think I'm any threat. I'm not gonna make millions and millions. I'm not gimmicky enough.
Yeah.
I'm a scarred guy from New Jersey that's not like, making mafia movies. So I don't think I could corner any market like that. I'm not gonna be Vin Diesel.
Then why?
Because I think that industry is built for Vin Diesels and Rocks and craft is down here. But like, how much money can we make off of a quick blockbuster is now the industry totally. Even the people that I'm talking to that are doing things in a similar way to us, like touring a film in local towns, let's say, making it for a certain group of people, a demographic, and then showing those people on a tour or something, selling their film. Independent, quote unquote, under $1 million, which is insane, or $2 million, which is insane. Yeah. To say that's an independent film is to me, it's insane. That just shows you there's a high class and a low class.
Oh yeah,
there's no in between. I think that people that are in the industry are trying to get money quick, and they don't like doing it the way they're doing it. They don't like it. They don't like telling stories. They kind of like it, but they don't like doing business with Hollywood because it's real shady. It's real surface. Everyone I hear is like, you get effed the first time around.
Yep.
You're not going to make any money. No one's going to see it. You have to hit this certain market. You have to sell overseas. American audiences are dead. That's what people tell me. They won't if you make a film for an American audience that's not like a gimmicky film like Fast and Furious or something, you're shot. You can't make a dramatic film like in the 70s and 80s. Doesn't exist. People won't see it. People won't go watch it. People won't go to the theater no more to watch a movie. And I'm like, this is my thought. Because I have to say why. Why are you telling me this? Why are you telling me that? Because it's been proven over years and years, the past 2 decades, that since shit went down with Harvey Weinstein and stuff, independent film has gone like way down, and blockbusters going way up, and there's this huge divide in between. Why does an American audience not want to watch an American film with there's like these, you're trying to hit markets on one coast and another coast and then overseas.
Yeah.
Everything in the middle is like dead. So nobody writes a story for people in the middle. I'm like, why the fuck is that? Why won't people take their kids to a theater on a Thursday to watch a movie about a family? Why? Why? Do you think because maybe they think this is not true? It's not real? Maybe because you've been making movies with the thought that we need to reach everybody. We need to get this good actor in it, this really well-known actor in it, and then we gotta raise $2 million because it's our first feature, and then we gotta make sure that we work with a certain producer who's produced this thing in the past, and then that has connections to this person, that has connections to this festival. Because once we get into festivals, then we will win these awards, and then we'll win these awards, we'll be able to get a sales rep, and then we get a sales rep, and it's this business. It's a business. It's an incredibly tough business to make a movie now, get it to a certain festival, an independent film, to a certain festival, get accolades from it with no connections, and then have it sold to a major platform. And that's the only way you make big money. That's 99% of independent film. People are trying to do that. People we know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know shit. I haven't done this before. I'm just looking at it and saying, this is my thought. I think people don't enjoy making stories. I think their dreams are crushed because they look at Hollywood and they say, how the fuck am I going to thread the needle and go to this festival and win this award and get it sold to, Amazon or Netflix or whatever, I think craft is down here, and I think who's in it and not what story are you telling, but like what gimmick are you pushing is at the forefront, because people want to see a headline. They don't want to see a full film. People want to see a TikTok. They don't want to see a 30-minute, video or an hour and 30 feature. And our attention spans change too, I think. Like people in the past, they didn't have cell phones. Like in the 90s, people didn't have cell phones. So now with the cell phone, we changed into these creatures who we're uncomfortable. We look at the phone and we look something up quick, and it's Google and it's 3 seconds, and we're reading an article for 2 minutes, and then we're moving on to a TikTok for 30 seconds or Instagram. Whatever. Our attention span's like this. Most people.
Yeah.
So that plays a factor too.
It's really scary too, because I feel like you see it more. I feel like even we see it with just this podcast we're talking about is once you're the person that's not on the majority side, where everyone's like Euphoria is huge. Everyone's in Euphoria, right?
Yeah.
Or Game of Thrones huge. Everyone's in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
But shit's been out for how long, right? Yeah. And now it's finally getting popular, and everyone's like, oh, we all gotta watch it now, because everyone's watching it, right? And once you're the person on the other side, it's that I guess that hasn't happened to them.
Yeah.
It's it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I think is what you're saying is the I think that the way you put it is movies aren't being made for it's being made for everyone.
Yeah.
They want it to be made for every single person out there when it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
And that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the goal. It's the most eyes you can get. We got to be.
That's what it is.
We got to be the next.
How many tickets can we sell? But this is the thing.
And that's not healthy for growth, especially in story and anything.
There's no artistry.
Yeah,
when you get involved,
it's mediocre.
When you get involved in art, when you have something, I don't understand. I don't understand people who. Let me rephrase. When you do any kind of art, when you're crafting something that's an expression, painting, singing, whatever, you kind of have to have some kind of real deep feeling that is something that's personally wholly you, that you want to express because you want to change something.
Yeah.
You see things a certain way and you're saying, wait a second, I've got something to say. I've got something to say and I can't hold it in. That's why you express. That's why you go to change. You see a thing in the world, it doesn't make sense to you. You have this personal deep feeling that you can say something about it, and you have a way of expressing it that no one else has. That's art. That's why the artist becomes personal and specific and changes things. That's why art is important. Art is important because we don't need art, right?
Yeah.
We can live, there's, people construct things. They construct bridges and houses and stuff. And that's shelter. And we need that. And we need transportation. We need that kind of thing. And we need food, people who make food and cultivate food, and farmers. And, we don't need the musician. We don't need the artist. We don't need the actor. We don't need the storytellers. But that's why we continue living. It always has been this way.
Yeah.
That's why we continue on. That's the want to live. Is through the arts. That's why there's statues in parks. If it was just a park, nature's beautiful. You get nature anywhere. Why is there a weird, little garden? Why is there music?
Yeah.
Why is there, paintings? Doesn't make sense logically. It doesn't add up. We don't need it. We can get rid of them all. We'd be alive. But why would you continue living? Love is an art. Love is an expression. Yeah. I'm telling you that's and people put a premium on sales, ticket sales, and how far can our business go, and this and that. Right. Businessmen bank off artists. There's big businessmen that do business off of the backs of artists, music companies, labels. I mean, they're notorious for doing this. They give this much of a percentage of an artist, and they lock them in for 20 years, and the artist has to crank out hits after hits after hits in order to make a living. And the premium on artists is like, it doesn't exist anymore to me, in my mind. It's very very slim. I don't think that specifically in filmmaking and storytelling. We go to these festivals, right?
Yep.
Who's at these festivals? Who's at these festivals?
People trying to make it, families.
Yeah, but the festivals put in stars. Why?
Oh, yeah.
Why? Why do you think that is? Why do you think that film festivals put in short films with stars? Why do you think independent filmmakers that are on their second short or first short that raised just enough money to make a short film that could have made it for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, but instead made it for $25, $30? Why do you think that is? Why do they put stars in their films? Why is the star system happening, and why is it at independent film festivals that we go to, which are not huge? It's not South by Southwest. It's not Sundance. I
guess festivals do kind of. Do they really? If someone, like, let's say, the next whatever, the big star wins that festival, that they're at with a bunch of, people that, just local people making movies, right? Like, does the festival really gain anything from that?
They're trying. That's the point.
Yeah.
They're trying. In the world of Instagram,
yeah,
that's them trying to become bigger.
Yeah.
Just like the filmmaker. My value as an actor, next to Kellen Lutz, let's say. I'm serious. We've been in a festival with Kellen Lutz, technically, right? Kellen Lutz, his value as a human being couldn't fit in this room. My value can, right? You can pay me $250 a day. I'd assume directors would say, or casting, this is what we'll offer you. Why is that? Because I'm not as good as Kellen Lutz? Why is that?
You're not as known as Kellen Lutz.
But why does that matter?
Well,
let's break this down.
That's how we get the...
Why is there a star system?
That's how we get the views, man.
Well, so why do we get the views through a star system? Because somebody told us, through tabloids and reviews and constructed businesses that push.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You see Robert Pattinson walking down the street with FKA twigs? You see that? Dude, the stars do what we do. This is crazy. They push a narrative that Robert Pattinson is more of a valuable individual than Mike Nowicki.
Yep.
Which I think is bullshit. It's bullshit.
It is bullshit.
Until I die, dude, I'm against that.
Yeah.
Until I die. I don't ever want to be called a star in any kind of capacity because I'm not. I'm Dave. I'm just like Mike.
Yeah.
Human. Who's just like, I'll tell you this, Batman, Rob Pattinson. He's not more valuable because he's in Batman. He just got an opportunity to work on Batman. Why did he make so much crazy money? Why is a certain caliber of actor? And Robert's, he's doing his thing, right? He's killing it. Kraft, I'd say he's better than most. Not great, better than most. Daniel Day-Lewis wipes the rug all over Rob Pattinson. He kills him. Kraft is crazy. That's Kraft. Go watch him. Because he cared about acting. He cared about being honest and being truthful and really going deep and being real, giving a service to a story, really wanting to tell a certain story, not picking any story that came his way for the money or whatever. He did it because, and his whole career was choices. I can tell this story. I know I can. I read it. I'm telling you, something spoke to me. It's me. It's not because I'm going to get more famous. It's not because I'm going to make a ton of money. It's not because I'm going to be known all over the world or I'm going to beat somebody. It's because it's me. Now, you don't have to pick me, but I'm telling you, I'm the best at this. This is my craft. I'm not trying to kill anybody. I'm just telling you, I would really love to tell this story. And I'm very selective. I respect that. I don't respect because I've done this. I'm guilty of this. Trying to book as much as I can so that one day the right casting director says, oh, wow, you were in that thing. Then puts me in the Batman.
Yep.
You know, where I have 4 lines and then Rob Pattinson speaks to me and they're like, who's that kid? At 24. And then I'm in the next series on Netflix. And then, you know, Mike's like, dude, you blew up. I wanted that. I'm telling you, it's fruitless, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy. This is my point of view. And anyone could argue with me. This is just what I see and what I believe.
Yeah.
That trip, I bet you if you asked Rob Pattinson if he's psyched about acting, he wouldn't be like, yeah, it's great. If you were just having a one-on-one at like a bar. Yeah. He'd be like, dude, I really don't like doing all this press. It really kind of sucks that I got to like fly to Japan and like, you know, be on a never-ending press circuit. Yeah. You know, for 3 months or something, and then go to do a thing I don't want to do for money, and then I could choose finally what I want to do. Yeah, Hollywood is using him. These industry people use these producers use these actors. They create these stars to use them to generate money. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, 100%.
And they use up the artist.
Yeah.
Why don't we save the artistry? Why don't we have value in story and the people telling it, and not in like a star system or a cast system? You know, in the local filmmaker. Why don't we put our fucking local filmmakers up, our local storytellers, and teach them how to write better? Yeah. I feel like Kanye West.
Yeah.
I really do. I feel crazy, but I'm like, this is what I believe. And like, I know this is speaking true to somebody right now, and they're too afraid to admit it because I was that guy. Because once you admit that thing, it's like, what have I been working hard for then? Don't worry. Don't worry. It's okay. This is a good thing. You're valuable now, is what I'm telling you. You're valuable now. You're not valuable when you get the job. That doesn't change your value. If you work hard on your art and your craft and you get real personal and you develop a way of doing that craft that you can express it now in a way that is solely, wholly you. It is yours. You're valuable. You're valuable. You're not less valuable than the star generating millions of dollars. The poet who wrote the thing on Instagram isn't less valuable than like a poet who's been dead for 20 years, who has books all over the place. The value isn't different. If you worked and harnessed your craft and you worked hard for it, and there's something in you that you need to express, it's art. Yeah. I just don't think, I think that people were told to believe that we're not good enough in the way things are right now. And that kills artists. That doesn't generate art.
Yeah. I think that definitely answers then the idea of acting, like it evolving, you know, because it seems like where can you go from here if, you know, we're still, you know, basing most acting off teachings, you know, from the 20s, 30s. Yeah. But I think, like I feel like acting might be the last art form to like not go through like a crazy reform.
Totally.
Like it's the last one. Like music's gone through it, art's gone through it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, with music. Didn't they do a huge...
Yeah, dude, music now, literally,
Montel
like,
Fish.
we
We were
literally
just
just
listening to
watching this
Montel
guy
Fish.
uploaded videos on YouTube and he has 700,000 subscribers and tours. And he doesn't
he
need a
does
label.
it-
He doesn't need anyone.
No, he's independent.
Even artists with you could put up your own shit, or even you can hate on NFT shit. Artists
Blown up.
blow up from it. They've blown up. You know what I mean? It's like,
It's a way of expressing
Yeah.
themselves. And
And-
it made a ton of money.
and the last thing is like acting and that
Yeah,
stuff.
bro.
The story, like, it
Can I
has
tell you
not
something?
changed. Yeah.
I think you're totally right.
Yeah.
I think people don't know what good acting looks like.
No, no, they don't.
You know what I mean?
They really don't.
I only know because I was in the fucking room being taught it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, not
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
doing that.
It's a secret.
Because you can watch something. We could turn on TV
Yeah.
right now and watch something on CBS, some Molly and whatever show,
Yeah.
and it's terrible acting.
Yeah.
They're lying to you at your face. They don't care about nothing. They showed up that day, ate a granola bar, put makeup on their face, said the lines a certain way,
Yep.
and went home with a $60,000 check
Yeah.
and residuals. Mm-hmm. And you got fucking lied to. They don't care. You could do that today, Mike.
Yeah.
With no training, and it'd be a fucking hit because they'd be putting out flyers and commercials, and you're on CBS, and there's a status to that. And you've got 175,000 followers on Instagram, and they say, "Wow, he's got the blue check. That must mean he's valuable because the studio made you valuable." Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
People don't know what good acting even looks like.
They don't.
People don't even know that are actors that don't know that.
Dude, I remember this podcast probably taught me, for me to talk to you, taught me about acting.
You can spot it.
The beginning, dude, I did not know.
Dog, and what we're not bragging. We do the student film with your teacher, and what do he say to you? Who's that kid? Mm-hmm. Why? Because I did with reality in your short film.
Yeah.
It's different.
Damn.
It's different.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I remember, dude, he literally said, I had Dave in my, I think it's on the channel actually,
It's on the channel.
West.
Shout out Wes.
My
Shout out
thesis
Pat.
film, dude, that, I mean, it's a film, I guess.
It's the shit.
It's
For
a
a
film.
first short film you produced and made on your own.
But
it's the
Dave
shit.
helped me out. He came through Clutch when I didn't know him that well, and he came in and he took the role. And I remember, like, I was showing like a rough cut to my teacher.
Yeah.
And like, I know he hasn't said this to anyone else. He's like, "Who is that guy?
Yeah.
Like, where'd you find this kid?"
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, "It's my friend that I work with." He's like, "Dude, he's an actor, man. Like, he's legit.
Yeah.
He's legit doing it."
Yeah. Well,
was like-
it's he saw maybe something that's a little different that he's not used to seeing.
Yeah.
Do you know why I grew this? Do you know why I have this stupid thing on my face right now?
Why?
That's itchy, that makes my face
Yeah.
dry. I have to wash. This huge beard.
Yeah.
Because I'm making this film,
Yeah.
and to be closer to having a meaningful experience in the film, which is going to be like this on screen, right? It'll be for we filmed for 3 weeks. I've been growing this for 6 months, 8 months. Mm-hmm. It's because I want to know what people, when they look at me, how it makes me feel. It's kind of crazy
Yeah.
because certain people look at me a certain way now.
Yeah.
People were making fun of me today. I had crumbs in my people making fun of me,
Really?
and it hurt. Yeah.
Jeez.
People, you know, women, when I go into a bank or when I go into whatever, you know, and I understand. I'm not upset about that.
Yeah.
That's a human experience thing, and it's, you know, it's a stereotype thing, but it's okay. I'm not upset.
Mm-hmm.
They see this and they think, big guy, beard, you know, don't fuck with me, please. Like, don't.
Yeah.
And then I open my mouth and they're like, oh, wow, yeah, you know, you're okay. It's like they're confused.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm doing it for my own personal reasons. And one of them is because I want to walk around knowing what it's like for people to look at someone and say, you're kind of the piece of shit in town, huh? You're the one who doesn't have any money. You're the one who doesn't have enough to, you know, look decent, huh? You're not respectable. You know, you look like a criminal. You look like a piece of shit.
How long
That's
do you,
my-
how long do you think it would take until someone is like, "Oh, are you doing that for a role?"
Nobody.
Never.
Unless they know me, they're not saying nothing like that.
never.
And I'm telling you, that is real. I experience that once a day, every day. And I look in the mirror and I feel that. So this is all to bring me closer to truth about who I'm playing. Because it's me. It's not some fucking fictional character.
Yep.
So it has to mean something. This has to all mean something to me. Everything is a choice to bring me closer to real. I know what it's like now to be the guy in town who people look at sideways because of a crazy ass fucking facial hair thing. Mm-hmm. And people might think it's nuts and stupid. And you don't have to do that. Use your imagination.
Yeah.
It's my choice.
Mm-hmm.
But that's an artist's choice. Do you understand?
Yeah. And hey, it makes sense.
But like, it's Mike and Mom.
But that's the thing is like, I can see how, dude, like before we started this podcast and like I learned about shit, I would be like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you
right?
just pretend. You're pretending.
Yeah.
It's just
Man,
pretend.
just go do it.
Yeah, use your imagination.
Yeah.
But my imagination can't create that on its own.
Yeah.
I have to twist up things in my circumstance
And I don't think
to believe stuff.
And I don't think that imagination can do that.
Yeah.
To do it to that point, to do it to a point. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's definitely ways to enhance. You know what I mean?
One of those ways is to walk around in life actually and experience, because experience is lived in. Experience is, that's one thing we go through in training. Experience is something that nobody can take away from you. You've went through it, and now because you've gone through it, you know what it feels like.
Yeah.
You've went through something you couldn't plan, right? Someone responded to you in a weird way. If I walked into the subway with a limp, someone might get up. Someone might look at me sideways and look away and be like, I'm not giving you my seat. Fuck you. And that'll make you feel a certain way. But you only know when you experience it. You could dream it up and have an imagination about it, right? And think about it. But thinking doesn't make your body believe it sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can get there. You know, the best actors can hit a button and it's like, boom.
Yeah.
It just means something to them. Their blood changes. Mm-hmm. I'm not that good. I'm trying to be that good one day, but it takes a lifetime to get there. I'm in a place right now where to get emotional and let's say not emotional, but fully personal and meaningful and to experience things, I need to create the circumstance in my real life. I need to know what it's like to be looked at a certain way. I want to. So I know when I get to set, I've been the guy in town that's been looked at sideways when he walks into the deli. That's like, are you going to rob me or are you going to buy a sandwich kind of guy? I need to feel that for me, for Dave, not for everyone, just for Dave. I know it helps me function best because now I don't have to fake that. I don't have to dream it up. My dreams aren't that vivid. You know, my imagination's gotten better, but it's not there.
Yeah.
So I can deal with reality with a bit more honesty and truth because that's my character that I'm playing is going through. Dave is going through that too. You're trying to bridge the gap from paper to you.
Yep.
So there's circumstances in the script. You're labeling them and saying, okay, this guy's coming out of prison. So I got to find out what the fuck that's like. What does prison look like? What do they go through? You know, and I have to bridge the gap.
Yeah.
So I understand what that's like. I know it's weird.
Yeah.
But that's my job.
You're giving out the free lessons now.
Yeah, I gotta. You gotta follow Anytown Actors Lab, man. It's all about doing with reality. Do with reality, and you're living truthfully under imaginary circumstances. That's the keys. But there's real ways of doing that we can teach you. Just saying. So if you do want to learn, Adam Ladder is ready to teach you. I'm ready to teach you online.
I like that.
Yeah, it's real.
Dude, the name of the episode is The Decline of Acting.
The Decline of Acting, dude. Dude, I Kanye West ranted just
I liked
now
that. I like that a lot.
50 minutes. I had something for you, man. Because I was thinking about it today and I wanted to get your opinion on this.
Let me do first, speaking of acting.
Okay. Do your thing.
Ya boy.
Yes, sir. Oh.
Ya boy.
You act? Yes, you
might be doing something.
Well, let's talk.
We're going to be doing something.
We want to talk?
We need a little bit of... I'm going to have a little... You know, if I could get a sample teach.
Yeah, I got
teaching.
you. I got you, dude. I got you.
But we got something in the works.
Yeah.
Something in the works.
Hey, let me say this. Can I say this?
Yeah.
Mikey and Stylo have been grinding. This is no surprise. They've been grinding in the cave for a long time. And there is
You could say grinding for our whole lives.
Right. And they're not going to leave me out of this. I'm going to get on the thing too. But here's the thing. Mikey has been grinding with Stylo. I heard their latest single that's going to get dropped. And I'm not going to say when or how or what. But boy, have you gotten better at freaking rapping. It is like night and day like growth. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
And the production and all of it. That song is nuts.
It's a package.
It's like gonna be a hit.
It's the first time I felt like it's a package.
I'm calling my shot, dude. This is going to be heard by a lot of people. It's so good.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying it because you're my friend. Like, it's very good.
Thank you, man.
How do you feel like when you listen to that?
Dude, I listen.
Are you like, this is me?
I listen to it a lot, man.
How do you feel?
It feels weird. It doesn't feel weird, no. It feels natural, man. Honestly, I was like, you know what? It's fucking fire, and that's it.
It's so
man.
crazy.
I know it is.
I know.
And to know is like, it's like, what else can I do?
You're proud
What
of
else
it.
can I do, man?
You're proud of your work.
Dude.
Yeah.
And I'm excited, man. Shout out to Stylo. We got stuff in the works. I can't talk about it, but all I'm saying is, Mikey might be doing something on screen.
Yeah.
And your boy might need a lesson or two.
I got you, bro.
So stay tuned for that.
I'm so excited for it.
What do you got?
I'm trying to find it. I know what it's about, and I know what I want to talk about. There's a quote.
We gotta wait. How do you have something in here for me
But here's the thing.
when you didn't even have the book?
When you trust the moment,
How did you do that?
Because God is everywhere. When you trust the moment, stuff happens in the moment.
just comes.
I'm telling you, it's always birthed out of the moment, Mike. That's the
Yeah.
You Are Here podcast motto. Trust me when I tell you, life is happening when you're not trying to construct it. It's just happening in the moment. Trust me. So I opened up something today, and it made me think, bro, I was thinking about this 2 hours ago, and I said, bookmark this. I want to talk to Mikey about it because it's a deep feeling I'm having. I don't know if I'm going to find the quote because I just had it and then I lost it with my thumb. But
Your boy's on Tinder.
your boy,
I gotta fill the air.
and I'm gonna be real. Mikey's killing it on Tinder right now.
Bro, I looked at my total matches and I said, whoa, word? That's so stupid.
I love that.
But yeah,
Well, how does it make you feel to be doing well on Tinder?
it's been great, dude. Great.
But this is new. It's like a new experience.
No, honestly, we're just talking shit.
But it's good talking shit. You're in a flirtatious zone right now.
Yeah, there's a bit of flirtatiousness.
Now, why don't you? We talked to like 70 people about Tinder over the past 3 years. Why don't you stop it on Tinder and move it to something else? Because
They don't
that's
work.
No, but that's what everyone said.
They don't work.
Cut it on Tinder and move it somewhere.
They don't work.
What do you mean they don't work?
What do you mean?
Stop on Tinder. Say, can I message you on Instagram? Can I message you
Oh,
can I
that
text
doesn't
you?
work.
Why?
Because you know what? I feel like Tinder is the place where where talking happens, right?
It's like
And it's kind of like we know that it's the place to do it, you know? So let's say like, you know, we're on the gram. And it might not be I might open Instagram and be like, "Oh, look at all this."
Right.
Like I might be looking at, you know, the Amber Heard trial. You know what I mean? And I see a clip and I'm like, "Oh, well, I got to go back to work." You know what I mean? It's not like I could be texting, but you know, I don't know. It's something like I can go. You found it?
Found it.
I feel like I can go there and be like, "Oh, I got a message back." Or something like that. You know what I mean?
But you can do that on a text.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Is there fear? Are you afraid of asking?
No.
You feel comfortable asking?
I feel comfortable asking.
What is the fear then?
What
What is the worst thing that can happen?
I feel like it's almost too out of the way for some reason. I feel like the app is like, if I go on there, it's like, I know I'm going to be talking. So like I just do it on there.
Okay.
If I go on Instagram, I don't really like DMing people.
Do you want to wait until you get a real solid like? Oh, this
Yeah.
guy's into me.
Yeah. I think I want to do like, we keep it on Tinder till like you do in person date, blah, 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 figure it out. And then after. I think that's better.
Okay.
Because then it's less like, I got this number now and nothing, it didn't work.
Is there
out.
prospects of a date coming up?
Maybe.
Seems
You
like
never
it's
know.
going.
Yeah, there might be something coming up, but you never know.
Your gut feeling is saying what about this girl?
I think eventually, yes, something's going to happen.
Okay, cool.
But it's just been a cool conversation. It's been a good talk.
Cool. Personal shit?
Yeah, some personal stuff.
Cool, man.
You know? And you know when like two people just line up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Stars align.
When someone says you hit the nail on the head, You hit the nail on the head. Hit the nail on the nail.
She likes
all I
tacos
can
and
say.
photography?
No.
Damn.
No.
She likes
We
anime.
might have a little Spanish blood, though.
Ooh-wee. Yo, let's go.
What's your
Mikey?
stupid quote, dude?
Okay, it's not stupid.
That's not stupid.
George Edward Woodbury, which is such a
That's
good
a good name.
Defeat is not the worst of failures. Not to have tried is the true failure. Now, here's the thing that was making me go crazy when I saw this, and just open it up at random. Open it up at random, and that's
You know what I want to start doing? I want to start, like, as when you read something, you bring it up. I want to read it as you say it.
I love that.
Because I feel like I haven't been doing that, and I feel like that's way better to
Good.
do. Because I feel like you take it in more.
Yeah. Why don't you
So
read
I'm
it for me?
Defeat is not the worst of failures. Not to have tried is the true failure. And that's, now I get it.
Yeah.
What's something you didn't try to failure?
Something that I didn't try that I look back on, I'm like, dude, I
Yeah.
should have, kind of thing. That I regret. I was just thinking about this today. So there's two things I want to talk to you about, and this is so weird that you're fucking saying this. Because I said I want to talk to Mike about this too. Great question. There used to be a kid in my school, and I can't name him, but he was like the nerd. Since I was in first grade, he just got the genetic, like, short end of the stick, and his disposition was like a way where people thought he wasn't popular, and just shit lined up a certain way where an event would happen and he'd be looked at as a loser, let's say. In his 7th grade, finally, I've known him my whole life. Up until that point, never went to his house, never hung out with him, always had other friends. He had very few, if any, I thought. He went to, we were in the same class in middle school, and it was like an English class or something. And the one of the projects was to make a commercial. And we were going to bring it into class. And I got paired up with him. And I was like, fuck. Fuck. I didn't get with the girl I liked. I got instead the loser of everyone in town believes that this kid's the number one loser in town. The loser of losers. Right? And I was real concerned about my popularity and how people perceive me. And I was trying to be this perfect, boy. And all I was concerned about was dating. And like, what girl do I love and can I be with? So it wasn't a good look. Anyway, we get linked up in this project, so I have to go to his house and we have to do this commercial, right? Just so happened he lived like across the street from the elementary school we went to, where I met him when I was just a fucking 5-year-old kid. So I go to his house. I've seen it all the time. My best friend used to live across the street. I never went inside, so I'm panicking. And I'm like, I'm gonna lose my whole popularity. I'm dead.
Oh, man.
Go in, and it's I remember this. His parents. The house was so cool. It was like this small, like cottagey type house, and there was character everywhere, books everywhere, like cookbooks and old stuff, and like wooden hard tables and like just cool shit. And the parents were so sweet and honest and like excited about the moment in life and like quirky. I don't know if the mom was a witch or like what. It was like that kind of quirkiness, like plants everywhere and just a lived-in home. And they were so like transparent, the parents, like, what a pun. They were transparent. It's the best way I could describe them. And uninviting, warm. I don't know if they were excited to have me over or what. Yeah. But he was excited. And he brought me to his room. And his bedroom was just like this tiny, we live in a small town. It wasn't like very wealthy town. His small bedroom, and had like one of those little TVs and action figures of like Lord of the Ring characters and like Dungeons and Dragons shit. And I was all secretly into that stuff, but never cool enough to like just do it. Yeah. And I spent the day with him, and we did the commercial. It was like a lemonade or something we were making or whatever. And we did it in the elementary school where I met him in the playground. And we went back and we watched Lord of the Rings and like, he's teaching me about Dungeons and Dragons and all this stuff. And it makes me upset because after that, I had such a feeling of, wow, I could really be this kid's friend. And instead of that, I like drifted and I just never went back to his house, never hung out with him again. And I can't go back. So I feel like a loser there. It's stupid. It's silly. Like, I shouldn't be emotional. It's just like, I had a cool connection happen, and that was like totally a God thing that was like pairing us up for a moment. And he I think we could have used each other as like, you know, I could have helped him out. And like, I just fucking, I just kind of like, I just drifted. I just cared too much about like being cool.
Yeah.
And I regret that. And it changed me, man. After I left high school, like, I just feel like I'm a different person now because I always kind of cared about that kid and I never pushed it. I never tried to hang out with them and like get to know him more. And I always wish I did. And it was always in my belly. It was always like a real feeling like we could have been good friends. And now, you know, we don't, I talked to him very, very little over the years, but like, you can't go back to being a kid. I can't fix that. So I feel very much like a loser with that. That feels like a total failure. It was a real opportunity to be close with somebody. And because the status of that person wasn't matching my status, I bounced.
Yeah. And
I regret it. Totally regret it. And I promise, like, no matter who's where, and I don't give a fuck about my status anymore. Because it doesn't matter. I can see it now. You know, there's no value in that. You know, I'm very much a loser. And I'm like proud of that in some way. And I'm a winner in other ways too. And like, we all are. And it's just, you know, image played a huge role when I was young. So I was too afraid of failing. I was too afraid of my shit at home wasn't real secure. So I tried to make my shit at school real secure. And yeah, but I got deep love for him. I never forgot that memory. And I feel like I failed. That's as real as I could be. I don't know why I thought about that today at work before I came here. That's exactly like one of my deepest, I've never spoken about it, failures. Yeah. Total failure. Totally.
I remember a lot of like just...
Yeah, what about you?
This dumb, immature, like childish... Like, why... That's what it was kind of for me too, is like I basically had like no friends going into... I moved from one school to another, you know, like my family moved. So like I didn't know anyone. So like I didn't really have like, everyone always has like their friends that, you know, they all go, basically the town, you go to like through the schools basically, you know, and you all go to school together, you know, so I don't have any friends from previously, all my friends from the other school. So I'm out here and I'm like, I got nothing, you know what I mean, for a year or two. And then like I finally get a group of friends that are like all just, I thought is like dudes that were basically like the outcast of everything. And we're finally like, we're somehow met in like one class and we're like a group. Yeah. And it stemmed from like kind of being mean to each other. You know what I mean? And like, it just stemmed off negativity, I think. But like, I guess it brought us closer together because we all could understand, you know what I mean? And like take each other. But, I don't know, man. I feel like it made me not know how to deal with a lot of like friendships. And when I finally had it, I'm like, oh, this friend doesn't like this friend that I got. And I'm not going to ask why, but I'm just going to be like, no, fuck you. 'Cause this is my friend, you know, and I care more about him than you or what you think. So bye, you know, and we fight and then that's it. You know, and I remember one time I really felt like an asshole because there's my one friend that we were like the 1 year we were best friends, right? And then my other friend was like, we're best friends or something. Yeah. And like I felt like I belonged more there. I hung out with them more. But this one friend is like, it was like a different like group of people, you know what I mean? We're not like outside of my group, and he was trying to be like more open to us and giving like, you know, a chance to other people. And I remember something happened and like we got in a fight, and then like I closed the door on like his hand or something. And then like I hurt him, and then like it just ended there. And I feel like I just fucked him up and was like, bye, peace. You know? Yeah. And I never said sorry for that. You know what I mean? And I feel like that was like one thing that weighed on me like through high school. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because we'd see each other and it'd be like, oh, we're cool, blah, blah, blah. But it's not never as close resolved. As it was. Yeah. So it's weird to, I didn't really think about that for a long time, honestly.
It felt like a failure?
Yeah, definitely. Just like, you know what I realized? I've been so bad at like dealing with like communication and emotions. Yeah. With people. Yeah. You know? I feel like it's not my strong suit. It's hard.
For you and me, it took like a good year and a half.
Yeah. It's hard.
You were like, I need to talk. I need to talk to you.
Yeah.
You know, it took a while.
I don't know what it is, man.
That's okay.
Yeah, but I feel like it should be better.
It is getting better.
I think now it's better.
It's definitely gotten
but still, like, I don't know what it was, but I think now it's definitely, like, I feel like it's been like a plateau for a long time of just bad.
Yeah.
But then it's finally like getting a little better.
Bro, you actively exercise like analyzing how you feel and talking about it on a podcast.
Yeah,
like,
that's definitely what it is.
It's huge growth. Like, just to put yourself through this every week.
Yeah.
You know, to talk about how you feel. Mm-hmm. That's a huge, like...
I think that's what is definitely helping.
Yeah, but like you do that. You made yourself do that.
Yeah.
So you're trying to actively get better at it. It's not like you're just like, I don't know how and I'm fucked.
Yeah.
It's like you're trying. Yeah. And you're
definitely.
getting... I mean, for my opinion, I think you've gotten much better at expressing how you feel. You know, and being honest with at least, you know, the show, certain people like you trust, like, you know, I think you've been awesome at that compared to when I met you. Mm-hmm. You know?
Hell yeah.
I got to say one thing before we get out of here.
Yeah, let's head out.
Because I'm thinking about the story. I'm thinking about that kid now, and I can see him. Like I could see that day we spent together. And
call him right now.
I should reach out and not be so scared.
I think you can.
Just tell him how I feel.
I think you can, man.
Maybe I'll show him this so it's not weird.
True.
Because that little kid was going through a real hard time, and I was too, but in a different way. Mm-hmm. And we could have helped each other. I think we did on that day in a major way. Mm-hmm. And I was having so much fun. Like free of what people thought of me. Finally, the veil was off, and like his family accepted me, and like he accepted me for who I was, and I accepted him for who he was, and like not only that, I liked what he was telling me and doing. Mm-hmm. I was interested in that stuff, and I just shut it off. Yeah. And I know that he struggled. This is the thing I wanted to say: is like that little kid struggled. Mm-hmm. Like I know he did, and I watched him get beat up, and I tried to step in sometimes, and like I couldn't, and I would like. You know, I would stop it a few times, but I would always kind of pull away to save my own ass, right? Yeah. So this little kid struggled, and a lot of kids do. And some kids get bullied and pushed around a lot more than others. And I think it's important that we say, because we all feel this way at some point, we all feel like very little and very small compared to other people. We look around and like, life may not have worked in a way we hoped, and we don't have the friend group we want, and we don't have the looks we want, and we look at other people and we say they got it and we don't, and we feel really bad and hurt. And I know sometimes it makes you feel like you're very small, and you might not want to continue going forward, and you just want to stay alone, or maybe just stop. Period. But I'm saying there's so much value in you. There's so much value in you. If you continue forward just for another day, you're going to be surprised by what life brings you, because you are one of one. You contribute something that no one else can to this world. Your fingerprint is unlike anyone else's, and you're going to find the friend group that you're meant to find, and you're going to find the expression you're meant to express because of what you've gone through. And people are going to love you for that. And God loves you already for it. You don't have to change. You don't have to be better. You already are that. So I know it's difficult, but continue forward, because that kid right now is crushing it. He's crushing it, killing it. But life could have been easier, I think, on him. Yeah. If I would have been more honest and trusted my gut. I'm just saying that because I know. Yeah. You know, people. I have. You know, I just heard someone today say they wish they almost did it, you know, and that's such a real thing, and it's on my heart, so I got to say it. You know, continue on one more day if you're listening. You know, talk to anybody, talk to somebody, talk to God, talk it out loud. Say how you feel and get to the bottom of it. But don't quit. Don't quit, because this life has something to offer you. You've been blessed with it. The odds of you being alive are astronomical that you exist today. And there's a reason for it. And you may not know what that reason is just right now, this second, but I promise you're going to find out what that reason is before it's over. So dance to the music while it's being played, because it's being played for you. You know, you're important today, right now, in this moment. You have value, and it's everlasting value. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. Bang. You Are Here podcast.
You Are Here podcast, episode 171, dude. Once again,
Another one.
it's had to go.
Oh yeah. Well, come hang with us on streams.
Yeah, check us out.
Come have fun with us tonight. If you're bored
Mondays,
on a
8
Mondays,
p.m.
Monday night, or today's a Tuesday night. But you
They
won't hear it.
don't gotta know that.
Yeah. Monday nights.
Monday nights. Shout out to the patrons.
We love you.
Patreon.com/YouAreHerePodcast.
Bang.
Thank you guys so much. We love you. AnytimeActorsLab.com.
Go follow, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Like, subscribe our podcast right now. We could use the subscription, and we just want to talk to you more. So we're open to DMs, comments, whatever. Reach out to us if you need us to talk. A few of you have. We love you. And the phone's on.
Let's spread the love.
Yes, sir.
My name is Mike. I'm signing out.
My name's Dave. I love y'all. Please become kind to one another. And you have value. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Bang.